What is up, my veggies? My name is VTR, and welcome back to another movie review. And today we are reviewing Joker 2. I'm not even going to attempt to say the actual name because I know I'm going to butcher it. But let's go ahead and read the synopsis real quick. Joker 2 finds Arthur Fleck institutionalized at Arkham, awaiting his trial for his crimes as Joker. While struggling with his dual identity, Arthur not only stumbles upon true love, but also finds the music that's always been inside of him. Okay. First things first, let me say remind what I think about the original. I didn't see the original for a while, the first Joker for a while. And when I eventually got around to watching it, I really liked it. I went into this movie with actually decent expectations because I know a lot of people were turned off by the musical aspect and everything. But I'm like, if it's done well, it's gonna be enjoyable. Because I'm not against it being a musical. I think it actually can work really well as a musical if it's done right. But my first bad sign with this movie was the fact that it was a jukebox musical, which you guys didn't know, jukebox musicals are the worst kind of musical. They're lazy and everything. And I guess I can lead right into like what's good about the movie. Let's start there. There's a lot of bad. The opening little animated segment is good. Some of the song sequence are enjoyable. Like they're not bad per se. It is cool to see Joaquin Phoenix's Joker again. Lady Gaga plays Harley Quinn well. She actually does really good. But besides that, I have no other positives really, because this is a I don't think this movie I don't think this movie is as bad as everyone else does. I really don't. I really don't think this movie is as bad as everyone else does. But it's still bad. Like, the movie is still bad. Like, it's not fun. It's not well written. Like, it pretty much ruins the first movie which I really enjoyed. I thought the first film was done and executed extremely well. But with that being said, this movie is the musical aspect doesn't do anything good for it. It's a jukebox musical, which is already hard to make work. It has been done, but like it's very hard to make a jukebox musical work. And also the musical segments kind of just like don't push the story along. What like a musical is supposed to do. It is supposed to push the story along and everything, and it just isn't great. And don't get me started on the way this movie ends. I'm not gonna spoil it just in case you want to watch it, but I feel like it's a spit in the face to the first film. I remember finishing watching it and I was like, what? Is literally how I responded. I am not joking. And there are some decent moments. I'm like, okay, I feel a solid film here. But one big problem is the director also made it very clear he wants nothing to do with the director wants nothing to do with this being a DC movie. And like, why make a Joker movie then? Like I don't know. It's legit just a big problem. Like it's just ruins what was enjoyable about the first film. Making it a musical was not a problem for me. I was actually interested in it because I thought there was a lot of ways to make that work. But the way they go about it, the way they bring a movie to a standstill, just ruins this movie for me. I don't think it's good. I think it just, honestly, it just stinks. Like, there's not much of an enjoyable thing to do with this movie. Like, I walked out of it feeling like I didn't really care. Because it's not as bad as everyone's made it out to be, but it is still bad. It is a bad movie. It's like, I remember, I don't know. It's, and I know some people said that this movie also made them, tarnishes the reputation of the first film, which I can probably agree is true. I can probably agree that that is true. But with that being said, like, the set pieces can be nice. Some of the dialogue is interesting, but like, none of it's done in a way that feels like it fits. Like, I think the movie just, I don't know. It seems very disconnected, but also connected to the first film as well. And I don't think they do enough with Harley Quinn's character in this. They do add some interesting things about her, but there's like, besides that, there's like, I feel like there's also like, doesn't really build on anything. Like, it doesn't, like, we kind of get told a lot of the stuff we already knew from the first film and everything, and it just doesn't sit well with me. And personally, I just don't even know what to really else to say about the film. Like, it's just one of those movies where I'm just bleh. Like, it's just one of those movies where I'm just like, I don't really like it. And it's bad. But it's not as awful as some people have made it out to be. It's bad. But like, I wanted this to be good. Did we need a sequel to the first movie? No. Does this work as a musical? No. I feel like there's such a if they wanted to continue this, there's such a better way they could have done it. But this just isn't the way to do it. Like, the movie just, I don't know. They should have just left it alone, personally. We did not need a sequel. I was interested in this movie, and I wasn't completely against it and everything being a musical and all that, but as the movie went on and everything, I kept watching it and it's like, yeah, this movie's bad. Critics give this a 32% on Rotten Tomatoes, and audiences agree, also giving it a 32. That is something you don't see very often. The movie is bad. Like, if you were a fan of the first one, I feel like some people said like this one makes some people not like the original, which personally I still can like the original. And but like, this movie, man, this movie is bad. I don't. There's nothing else I can say except besides it's a bad movie. I don't even know what else to say going forward. Like, obviously, we're not going to get another movie in this series just because, well, the reception and just how the movie ended as well. Not going into spoilers, but it doesn't set up for a sequel at all. Technically, neither did the original, but you can argue it did. I don't know. I feel like there was more potential here. Because I like when they turn something that's not a musical into a musical. But this just is. They could have used better writing and better music and everything. And like I said, it's a jukebox musical. Like, the songs that are in it aren't terrible, but like, they don't move the story along. And I also don't think the main Joaquin Phoenix, I don't think he's not that great of a singer. Especially when you pair him up with Lady Gaga, for Pete's sake. But yeah, personally, I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5. That's all I can give this movie. I can't be any nicer to the film. But that's all I gotta say, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see each and every one of you guys in the next one. Bye!